What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm making part 2 of the skins in CSGO that are most affected by condition. I made a part 1 to this and you guys seem to like it a lot, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. But this video is going to be more skins that even factory new ones don't always look that perfect. In order to get one that looks completely scratchless and stuff, you need to have one that's a very, very low float. So basically the float value is very important on these skins, and you want to try to get a low float one if you want to try to get a perfect one. But that being said, let's get into the first skin for this video. Starting off, we have the FAMAS Pulse. Now, a lot of FAMAS skins look really worn even when they're factory new. And this is what a 0.06 float FAMAS Pulse looks like, which is the minimum, or basically the highest float value that a factory new skin can have. But next up, we actually have the FAMAS Pulse, where it has a less than a 0.01 float. For the video, I used the best ones in existence for the inspections, and as you can see, all the scratches are gone. The skin just looks way cleaner, so a much better looking skin when it has the low float value on it. I also do recommend you guys watch this video in full screen so you guys can see exactly where the scratches and stuff normally are if the skin doesn't have a low float. But the P90 Coldblood is another skin where the condition is very showing on it. As you can see, this one's factory new, but it still has a massive scratch on it. But here is the very low float one, and now even this one actually has some scratches on it if you look closely, but it doesn't have nearly as much as the other one, so definitely a better skin where you want to try to get a very low float for it to look good. But next up, we have the M4A4 Daybreak. Now this doesn't look too bad when it has a higher float than 0.06 and stuff, but as you can see, the whole top part looks all burned. It's all black. It just has a bunch of little smudges on it. So this skin definitely does look a lot cleaner when it has less than a 0.01 float. As you can see, all that black stuff on top of it is all gone. The skin's much cleaner now, a lot more easy to see the design on it. I definitely think it looks better when it's very clean like this, so you could definitely try to look for the black stuff on the top to try to find which ones are high float and low float. But next up, we have the M4A1 Tiger, or Blood Tiger. This is the factory new 0.06 float one. As you can see, it has a bunch of the little white scratch marks that appear all over it, which looks pretty bad. It doesn't really appear as much when the skin has less than a 0.01 float. This one has a sticker on it, but this is actually the best one in the world on csgo.exchange, so I thought I would go over it. But next up, we have the USPS Serum, and as you can see, this is the 0.06 float one. This skin always looks kind of beat up no matter what condition it has. It is gray though, so the wear on it doesn't show as much, but as you can see, this factory new one has a lot cleaner top on it. It still looks pretty messed up even when it has a low float like that. But next up, we have the PP Bizone Chemical Green, or PP Bison. I know people get mad when I say Bizone, but the PP Bison Chemical Green has a ton of scratches in the front of the gun and kind of all over the gun when it has a 0.06 float or higher, even though it's still factory new. But if you get one with a very low float, like this one right here, this one looks almost perfect, and this is the best one in the world that I'm expecting right here, of course. And you can basically tell which ones on the market are low float and high float by just looking at the scratches in the very front of the gun. You definitely want to try to buy one that's a low float one because it looks a lot better. Next up, we have the USPS Caiman. A lot of the USPS skins pretty much have a lot of wear on them, no matter what condition they are, especially the Orion, which was in part 1. But the Caiman is also kind of like the Orion, where the top part of it has a ton of like scratches and stuff, and the red part of the silencer where it attaches to the pistol is also super worn normally, unless it has a very low float. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys like this video, and I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.